he's deserved to win in terms of this year because of what they choose in terms of their criteria, right? The criteria is, can you turn up in the big moments and have those big goals? And every single time PSG's needed someone to lean upon, he's been the focal point, or he's been one of the talisman in terms of in that situation. So if that's the criteria for the Ballon d'Or, then I have to give it to Ousmane Dembele.
Here's how the reigning champions have done in the following season, and you can see not too well. You'll notice there's no back-to-back winners, or you'll have to go back to the 2016-2017 season to see that. Were you surprised, JayDee, by seeing this, by the way?
I'm surprised that Real Madrid's on there so much, to be honest. But then again, I'm not surprised because 15 times is 15 times. So I think it shows the strength that we have across Europe and just the amount of quality teams that could easily win this competition. But I think it will just allude to why we love the Champions League so much, because it's just anybody's any year. There's a team from North London that's missing on there, but soon come.
I think also the game evolves, right? Every year the game changes, right? It was like, oh, back in the day, 4-3-3, then there was Catenaccio. There's just so many different ways to play football, right? There was a tiki-taka style of Barcelona back in the day. The game evolves, so it's so hard for a team to do the same thing 2 years consecutively and win again, because you get figured out a little bit and teams adjust, and especially at this level where now with the analytics and the scouts and the videos, they know how to adjust and play against you. So that's what we see there in that graphic. It's so difficult to repeat.
How do you see PSG's chances then, Chuck, of repeating this season? Because they come into this season as no doubt one of the favourites.
We saw a glimpse today of just how good they are. Atalanta had no chance. They were grasping at thin air, chasing shadows. I think when you look at PSG's midfield, which is so dynamic, how they can interchange, not one player is restricted to be protecting the back four. There's not one player focused on just ball winning. They all contribute defensively and in transition, and then they all make runs in behind. Look at Hakimi, sometimes he pops up in the midfield. You're looking around, you're like, who's that? And the next thing you know, Kvaratskhelia is making a run. They play long diagonals. I love how unpredictable they are. That's what makes them so dangerous. So when you talk about different formations and different tactics, it doesn't matter with PSG because they all interchange. They always keep you guessing, and all of them have quality on the ball, which is very rare to find. They're all comfortable in tight spaces, under pressure, and we've just seen how much class they have.
There's big competition even within the squad. I mean, today there was 4 different goal scorers on the score sheet. The Ballon d'Or is on Monday. Grella, Ousmane Dembele, is he going to win it? Because they did this today without him even being available.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to win it. We've been tracking this thing for what seems like for years now, right? Who's going to win it? For me, the best player in the world right now is Yamal. When I go, if I'm showing a video to someone or I want to introduce someone to football, I would say watch this kid play. He's phenomenal. He's a great story. I think he's the most talented player that we've seen. Dembele, take nothing away from him. He could win on Monday, and I of course would applaud and be happy for him, and he deserves it as well. But
give me the top 5 best players. Take out results.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm just interested. Yeah.
Top 5 players in world football. And Lamine Yamal is one of them. So
I think it's Yamal, Dembele, and who was the other one that was in there? It was Rafinha for a little while because of the amount of goals he scored. But we're talking pure talent.
Yeah,
it's Yamal for me. I don't think anyone is in that category. Now it was sort of like when he's not at the level of Messi or Ronaldo, but it's sort of like when there's someone in another level. For me, Yamal is in a different level, and when you consider his age and the way he can change games too. If we're just going to look at the amount of goals you score and what you win, then that's different.
Is Cole Palmer in the top 5?
I like Cole Palmer. I think in terms of ability, when you think about these guys that make you want to pay the ticket to watch them play. But again, if Dembele wins on Monday, I would say credit to him. Fantastic player. He has so many good tools. Had to work on his game also to become where he is now and win the Champions League. But for me, it's Yamal.
I think the journey that he's been on, I mean, the high-profile moves that he's had to make and how he's had to change his game and adapt his game, he's deserved to win in terms of this year because of what they choose in terms of their criteria, right? The criteria is, can you turn up in the big moments and have those big goals? And every single time PSG's needed someone to lean upon, he's been the focal point, or he's been one of the talisman in terms of in that situation. So if that's the criteria for the Ballon d'Or, then I have to give it to Ousmane Dembele. But I have to agree with Grella. I think if we're judging just on the eye test and what we see day to day and who's just a difference maker in terms of world football, Lamine Yamal is just different level. But we were just saying, he could go on a Messi and Ronaldo run. He could do 10 years where he wins it over and over again.
I think the crazy part about this is, as good as Lamine Yamal is, in some ways, a lot of similarities to a Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo in their primes. you're starting to see glimpses of it. He's still raw. His decision-making still needs to improve. The finished product still needs to improve. I think he'll get there.
I don't know about that one.
As good as he is.
I've seen some assists this year. I'm ready.
Consistency, right? He'll do it once or twice and you say, oh my God. But he could do it much more often. That's how good he is and can be.
But isn't it the rawness that makes him so special? Because it seems like, even you were just saying, Grella, we've seen so many different eras of football. It seems that we had the Pep Guardiola era where he wanted them to play in such a specific certain way, and Lamine Yamal almost represents the complete opposite.
But the rawness, you're interpreting rawness in a different way. Rawness, for me, is someone who has yet to develop in certain aspects of their game to their full capacity. He's still just a kid.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see him improve on?
Decision making, finishing.
But do you think Dembele is less raw than him?
Yeah.
Less raw?
Yeah,
No,
you think
I think his finished product can still improve, for sure. But I think where Dembele, why he's so much in this argument, in this conversation as the guy, is because PSG won Champions League 1, and he's impacted the game from a pressing without the ball, from dribbling with the ball, scoring goals, creating goals, doing all that, and they've won.
So you think it's Dembele, though?
I think Dembele is going to win because they always give the credit and the plaudits to the team, the best player on the team that wins. That's how it always goes. MVPs, Golden Boots, Ballon d'Ors. Like, you think about that, it's always the best player on the best team.
It's the full package.
And that's why. But Vitinha, he has a great shot. I mean, he won the Nations League with Portugal. He had an incredible season. But you look at those guys, Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, everyone has an argument because they are so damn good. But Dembele stands out.